Hello and welcome to the very latest episode of FC Cymru. We've got an absolute cracker coming for you today, and you join us out west in Ammanford. Dan, why have we come to Ammanford?
Why have we come to the Wild Wild West? Well, because of the weather maybe, and also because of this club here behind us, Ammanford, a team that have been doing particularly well on the attendance front, reaching highs of 500 per game this season, which is a magnificent achievement, and we'll be kind of wanting to find out a little bit more about how they kind of been involved in the local community as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I've dressed up in black and white. Dan's gone for black. As you can see, we're here at Ammanford, the Black and Whites. So let's have a little chat with Griff, the manager, find out a bit more about the club. So 12 months ago, talk me through it. What's the difference? What's happened in the last 12 months?
Well, basically 12 months ago, there was literally just Harris fencing around the pitch and a little stand, you can call it, but it was more or less a shed. But it looked more like a building site than anything else. We put in plans in place to improve further. We just don't want to tick boxes. We want to push ourselves as much as we can off the field to match the reasonable success we've had on the field over the last few years.
You guys have been breaking some new ground with the amount of people you've had coming to watch games recently.
Yeah, especially with the Friday night fixtures. I mean, the lights we've had installed, it's the first time we've had lights. I think the first game we had 350 maybe. The attendance was, and we've had over 200 every time since. Last Saturday it was a little bit quieter, but we still had 175 to 200 people here. You know, I think with the stand and the facility generally being better, I think that encourages people to come along, and we try and promote it as a family club so people can bring their kids, wives, girlfriends, whoever, and come and watch the games.
Because it's one of the biggest things in Welsh football, right, is how do you get people to come along and watch on a Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, it's tough, and we're no different to any other club. We're a reasonably sized town in the Welsh League, but at the same time we're competing with clubs around us. Rugby is a very strong sport in this area, but we're trying to sell it to people as an identity thing and be part of something. I'm sure, as you can see, everyone's saying hello to each other, everyone's friendly, and that's the sort of atmosphere we want to create for the club moving forward.
So what have you done to create that?
There's been a bit of tragedy recently within the club that a close friend of the players and a friend of myself, he'd recently passed away, and the club have been very proactive and set up a foundation in his name, and we launched that then on our first floodlit game, and we made our first donation that game to the foundation, and we're hoping that every game we can pick a charity and give a percentage of the gate receipts to that charity, and hopefully that will sort of show people that we're trying to put something back into the community as well as just being a football team. We want it to be about the whole town and the people of the town having something to be proud of, really.
What's the charity today? Because you're raising money today, aren't you?
Yeah, we're hoping to make a donation to Ammanford Special Unit, Canalfon Envis. It's usually about 20% of the gate receipts, so the money will go towards them. They're connected to our local primary school, and they cater for children with special needs, and I know they're trying to raise money for a new sensory room, so hopefully we can give them a bit of money towards that then.
For people who maybe haven't been, how would you sum up one of these parties?
It's just like a festival of music and football, and I think they work perfectly together. If you're going to watch a Wales game, get yourself to a Spirit 58 gig.
And just a little bit on Tim. He's throwing a party like this, obviously for Mickey Thomas, a great cause. How much does that sum him up as a person to put on something like this for such a charitable cause?
He's brilliant. It's not just Mickey Thomas he's done these things for, he does them for all sorts of charities. It's never profitable for him. And this is probably the third or fourth year he's put these sort of things on. They're getting bigger and bigger. He's making more and more money for these charities. He's auctioning off prizes and signed shirts, and the contacts he's made, or the strings he has to pull to get these things in place, is you can't question him. It's unbelievable what he's doing for charities and for Welsh football, really. He's bringing everyone together. It's brilliant.
I'm really enjoying it, all fairness. I'm very close with Tim, who obviously runs the parties. Obviously he's done absolutely fantastic with the Wales fans in general, and it's amazing to finally turn up to one. It's had to take me until coming to Wrexham to get to one, but I'm loving it here. You know, the North Walians, all fairness to them, they do absolutely fantastic. Come down to the south and make sure they turn up to these football games. Now it's our turn for the guys to the south to come up to the north, and it's a great vibe. You know, you've got Cardiff, Swansea, Newport, Wrexham here. It's absolutely amazing, and including the Welsh Premier League clubs, which I've had stick for in the past for not mentioning them, but they're part of Welsh football as well, and I've been literally looking at that football scene. Aberystwyth, Cardiff Met, the loads of guys, Carnarvon, Bangor, I've been following them guys as well, and it's fantastic to bring them all together, and it's nice to celebrate once in a while,
Tim's a top boy, although I got my hand, my fist in my mouth here talking about Tim, saying nice things about him, but he's a top lad. He's a genuine guy. He gets the punters out. It's North and South Wales all coming together, like-minded people, all for the one fantastic cause today, which is Mickey T.
They have a really important role, I think, these events, in sort of unifying people from the north, the south, the east and the west, who all come, all have a good time, listen to the music and then go and watch the match and raise lots of money for charity as well. Brilliant. And you can tell from the fact that it's a sellout and how many people are here today, just how much passion and enthusiasm there is for the national side in this part of the world.
The reason Tim started Spirit 58 was to give an identity and a brand to Welsh football fans, because they didn't feel they had that unique identity. Since the Euros, it's just come on, and everybody wants to be a Welsh football fan now, which is fantastic for Wales as a whole. He's raised over 30,000 for North and South Mid-Walian charities over the past since 2010, and hopefully we'll continue that, as well as marking the brand S02E15 across Wales, really.
We're here with Tim, the person who's created all of this. How proud do you feel to see so many people here today?
Well, you never know how things are going to turn out, but we sold, I think, about 300 tickets for today, which is pretty amazing because it's a Wednesday afternoon and a lot of people have had to take time off work, and I know a lot of the lads here today have travelled far and wide to be here as well, so yeah, it's great. We'd just like to give something back as well through the fundraising for Wrexham Mailer Hospital and Mickey Thomas, obviously, and especially both of the hospitals North Wales based, and hopefully today will be a benefit to them. We've put on a lot of events now over the last few years, and I think we're touching about £30,000 now that we've donated to Welsh charities. So it's football fans get a bad press sometimes, but I think this is a positive way of showing other people who may not like football that we are doing our bit for others as well.
Bad news. 2-0 to Avonlido now. Nick is the social media officer here at Ammanford. Nick, but first of all, disappointing, eh?
Well, it was a good first half. We were in the game, and hopefully the boys can rally and hopefully try to get something out of this game. But it's going to be tough now, 2-0 down against Avonlido. So who knows?
While the game's going on, listen, we want to chat a little bit about the social media side of things, because you've been doing some great stuff with the club. One of the things I sort of really noticed with Ammanford is just the sort of the way it's been built. What's your sort of ideas behind social media, and why have you sort of taken it on?
Well, obviously now the way the clubs can present themselves is totally taking on a new format given social media, and because of the number of things that we're trying to achieve now with the club, the progress that we're making off the field as well on the field, and the various charity things we're doing, it's about being transparent on social media, engaging with the community and the next generation who are prevailing on social media. So how can we get in touch with them, bring the community together through social media with various graphic packs, and just letting them know when the games are, just to get more people through the gate, really.
Listen, one of the things I've noticed with it is the branding that you do for it all. Now, it seems strange using the word branding for a local football club, but that's essentially what you're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, the point is that when you consider the Premier League and the Championship, those clubs have just kind of marketed themselves into big clubs. So how can we kind of replicate this at a smaller level? People aren't born thinking the Premier League's the best league in the world. So if we can try to replicate what they're doing at a smaller level, then hopefully we can engage people in town to make them think, Ammanford's their team rather than Swansea or Man United or anybody really.
And what advice would you have for anybody who's setting up theirs or trying to look to boost their own social media of their club?
Just be active, and you see there's a couple of clubs who are really good at it now, and it's taken on a new step forward with the new workshops. So just try to maybe craft your own identity with it. Not all social media has to be the same. Some people like using graphics, some people like using videos. Just try to portray your club and the town in a positive light, and hopefully engage with those people through the social media.
Cheers, Nick. I think you're doing a great job, so keep it up. Fingers crossed Nick's team can start doing a better job in the last 20 minutes or so. But as we were saying, some great stuff going on down here at Ammanford. But we went to see a club up in just outside of Wrexham called Brymbo Lodge. They're doing some fantastic youth work with their teams. So we sent Abby along, as we have done on every single package this week. We sent Abby along to check them out and find out a little bit more about their success.
this club was established 23 years ago. Could you just tell us a little bit about why the club formed and what it's done for this community?
I think Brymbo fell on hard times in the early 90s. Obviously the steelworks shut. It was a big employer for the village itself, and it really got the village down, to be fair. And in 1996 a few gentlemen went for a pint in one of the local pubs, decided to form our local youth setup, and then we had 2 teams in 96, and then we're here now today, 23 years on, with 13 teams.
You talk about people buying into this club. How important is that community ethos and that feeling?
The community ethos is massive for us. I mean, we want to be a community club. We want to bring mums, dads, aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters to the club, and really just establish ourselves as a family club, you know, something for everyone. You know, at the end of the day, and the boys are getting life skills as well through football, and that's what it is, and they're just enjoying it more than anything else. So yeah, the community is massive for us and what we deliver here today.
What have you really enjoyed about playing here? What's it been like?
Yeah, I've made friends. It's a really friendly team. We all work together and try our best on the pitch.
I love playing football because I like to tackle, and like when I tackle, they're like sad because they haven't got the ball, and then I score. That's why I like it.
So how much do you love playing football?
I like playing football loads because I like making friends and I like scoring goals.
Could you tell us, obviously this is quite a new thing to have the girls team here.
Yeah.
How much interest has there been in it since it's developed?
Huge interest. I mean, they started last year with the girls. We never had so many younger ones. We've got quite a few on the team now. Really important. They love it. Their confidence has grown so much in the last year, and their self-esteem is just completely. I mean, playing teams. They've also played some boys teams. So now it's incredible to see girls in football. It's the future. It's really important, and as you can see, they just absolutely love football.
So you started playing with the boys team. Could you tell us about what that was like and how much happier you are now playing with the girls?
Well, it's a lot because I've been playing with the boys. It's a lot easier, because I understand a lot now.
So did you learn quite a bit playing with the boys as well?
Yeah, loads.
Were you better than all the boys though?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There are so many youngsters who were interested in starting it, and so my husband and I just thought, right, well, we're gonna help out. So we've got a small team going now. We take the girls wherever we can. They have games every Sunday now. They're loving it. It's brilliant for them. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
And what are your ambitions, to develop this club even further? You talk about the girls team, pushing that forward, getting more girls involved, getting the boys, the under-19s, getting them more fixtures. What are your ambitions going forward?
Like I said, community is massive, and I think a few years ago it stopped at 16s and the kids had nowhere to go. It'll be the same for the girls, so our ambition is to get senior teams, ladies, men's, and really become that hub for the community, and get adults playing, get kids playing. Dad plays for the seniors, son plays for the youth, and that's where we want to be. We want to bring everyone out over the weekend and really enjoy it, and just people express themselves through football, and that's where we want to be.
Years ago I said this club deserved the supporters group, and this season we thought we'll try it, we'll start one up, and we did. We called ourselves the Black and White Army. It's just kicked off from there pretty much. We'll get more people involved, because it's all about the community and the club, and hopefully we'll just grow and grow now. I've basically taken inspiration from people like the Coffee Army and obviously other clubs and like Barrytown and all them, do you know what I mean? So that's the atmosphere the football's all about, and that's what we need. That's what we want to emulate here as well, do you know what I mean? We're just trying to wave the flag as well, do you know what I mean, for local towns and clubs to have a fan base of their own, and basically inspire others to do the same,
Quite a large attendance here. What's that down to, do you think?
Well, it's just, the stand helps. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, about 10 months ago, it was only a field year, but obviously with the progress the club has made over the last 10 months, this lovely stand and everything, do you know what I mean? The social media's helped as well, and obviously we just want to involve the community. We're trying to get some charity projects on the go as well. But Friday nights are our big nights. On a Friday night, we can have anything between 400 people there. Do you know what I mean? It's just superb on a Friday night. I think every club needs a group of supporters and a group of ultras, and every club deserves that, and I just hope we're just inspiration to show that, look, even though we're in Welsh League Division 1, don't matter if you're in Division 2 or Division 3, just follow your hometown club and get behind them, get the flags going, get someone on a drum, a few baritone voices like myself, and job done, innit?
Okay, well, I think that's enough from us here right now. We'll let you go back to your drumming, because we might actually have a goal on in a minute. But time now for us to go over to Newport for the Learning Disabilities Home Nations Championship. Over to you, Abby.
Ollie, this is your first season with the Learning Disability squad. Can you tell us how you're finding it so far?
I'm enjoying it. It's quite a nerve-wracking thing, but exciting as well at the same time. Since obviously it's my first year, it's really opened my eyes to obviously expanding my friendship group and stuff, because I didn't know any of the boys before, and I've got a lot of friends now.
Josh, this is your first season with this Wales squad. How have you found it so far?
It's been really good. It's been a good experience, and it's really amazing that I got in, and I'm really chuffed with my first year, and hopefully I can get in next year as well.
And how good a squad is this to be a part of? Do you all get on off the pitch as well?
Yeah, we all get on the pitch, have a good laugh in the changing room, whatever. It's a really good bunch of lads, and I'm great to be playing with them and happy.
My first trial last year, I got in and boosted my confidence, and I'm in here again the second year. So,
given that this is your second year, there are going to be players now coming in for their first. Do you think it's important now, as you're a more senior person, to help those bed in, really?
Going into new squads, I was quite nervous for me. So they would talk to us for the younger players to get them used to the setup. So that's what the second years are doing now, talking to the first years, get them more involved so they don't feel as left out, and when they goes on the foot pitch it helps them, get the results in as well.
I've been involved with the Learning Disability squad this is my second season now, so it's a really enjoyable and interesting group of young people to work with. We've got some really talented footballers in our group, and it's a privilege to work with them, really. We've got a wide range, really, so I mean some of the players do have some confidence issues and communication issues, and they've matured and developed those challenges through football. So some of those players, you couldn't really have a conversation with maybe a couple of years ago, and they've really come on leaps and bounds. Yeah, I think sport, whatever that might be, plays a big part in the development of young people, and it's something you can't advocate enough.
From Wales, playing park football, the Welsh badge is my personal dream. So yeah, it's good at a young age, I suppose.
Well, it's always been a dream to play for Wales, and getting this opportunity at this age is quite a big thing. I'm very proud to put that Welsh jersey on.
I'm just happy to be participating in a squad, playing for Wales, representing my country. Just really happy and chuffed that I'm playing. Now that I've gotten this and have such a great achievement, I've become more confident now. I'm a much happier person, and I feel more confident playing football. I've gotten the Wales Learning Disability. I'm really happy with myself.
And I know you're always looking to develop and maybe progress this squad even further. What if someone's watching out there that thinks maybe this is for them? What would you say to encourage them, and how could they get involved?
Just get in touch with us at the FAW Trust. We have opportunities in a player pathway for disability footballers. If there's an opportunity to point someone in the direction of their local club, or and whether they can develop from there to represent their country, then that's the ideal goal.
mean, it was a positive result for your team today. Can you sum up that game for us?
Yeah, we knew it was going to be tough coming here. Good deck. You know, these boys are very good at home. First half, we just had to grind in, try and keep it as tight as we could, and that worked to the plan. And then second half, come out and express, and luckily we got the early goal, and then we just went on from there. So.
And there's a lot of fans here today. It was quite a good atmosphere, if I do say so myself. As a player, how did you kind of respond to that?
Well, straight away, you know, we said we'd love to have a few boys like this at the Lido with the old drums and the microphones and stuff. It just adds to the spectacle and just makes it a better day out, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm all for the lads getting out, having a good day.
Edrych oddi ar y cae, edrych o gwmpas heddi, lot o pobl allan, lot o eich cefnogwr chi. Fa'n y boost mae'n gallu roi i'r tîm?
Mae'n gret. Season gyntaf i'r boys dod lawr yma, maen nhw wedi bod yn wych, maen nhw'n dod bant yn ni, lan i Cwmbran, yn di, llefydd bell i mynd ni o fan hyn, a maen nhw wedi bod yna bob cam o'r ffordd i ni, a gobeithio bod nhw'n yma blwyddyn nesaf, gobeithio bod ni'n aros yn y ligyn, a gobeithio bod ni'n pwysio ymlaen blwyddyn nesaf.
Yeah, absolutely. And just yn siarad gyda cwbl o'r cefnogwyr yn mynd i'r cymuned, yn dod at ei gilydd i cefnogi'r clwb. Faint mae'r clwb yn meddwl i'r cymuned, a faint mae'r cymuned yn meddwl i'r clwb?
Wel, ti'n gweld safle sydd ni nawr, os eid i nôl blwyddyn nôl o ddwn dim just shed bach yn y cornel, a mae'r cymuned wedi dod at ei gilydd i wneud yr arian, i cael beth ni'n wario heddi, a ni'n wario a ni'n rhoi yn ôl i'r cymuned nawr. So, yeah, ni'n y cymuned sy'n dim Ammanford Town.
There we go, full time here in Ammanford. And it wasn't quite the result for the home team we wanted. I'm not sure we're going to get invited back, mate.
Not too sure. The full-time result here was 4-1 to the away team, Avan Lido. But at least the weather was nice, the sun was shining. It's been a lovely day here today. Remember, you can get in touch with us on our social media pages. The details will be across the bottom of your screen right now. But I think that's all from us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for having us, Ammanford. If you want to learn any more about the football club, then do go and check them out online and see what they're up to, and maybe a few ideas for you guys out there. But for now, we'll see you soon. Take it easy.